Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm Mr. Randy and today we're doing another brew review. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. So today's brew review is going to be another expression from the 512, where are they? There you go, 512 Brewing Company. 4.8% alcohol by volume, light, refreshing, and crisp, the Kolsch. From my local HEB's in cap single section, $1.99 comes out to $2.15 out the door. Kolsch style beer, brewed by 512 Brewing Company in Austin, Texas. We had another one of the Kolsch. Can't quite remember. It was a few days ago. It's starting to get a little hard keeping track of so many. But if you're new to the channel, whenever I do my brew reviews, I do a one and done deal, if you will. Let me go ahead and get this cracked. All over the equipment. Okay. So I try and find a single, a variety pack, and then ultimately I have to break down and buy 6-packs. But every once in a while, I'm firmly a believer that this did come from one of the variety packs I asked to be broken down. I think it was like the week before. It's got a nice head. Wobble wobble. So 512 Brewing out of Austin, Texas. They say it's best malts and wheat malts, German style lager, Pearl and Hallertau Mittelfrau hops. I probably butchered a couple of those, but it's barely a meager 10 on the IBU rating. For all my calorie counting, carb conscious connoisseurs out there, I got 145 calories with 13 grams of carbs. So I'm probably gonna agree it's gonna be relatively light and a mild mellowness to it. So I did pay $2.15 out the door at my local HEB for this 4.8% alcohol by volume brew. It's got a nice, somewhat, a little bit, not so clear. The head seems to, you saw it, the head's hanging on there pretty well. It's got a very slight oily sheen and next to no color that I can tell whatsoever. Practically nothing. Just basic white. On the nose, it's relatively light, crisp, a very light touch of wheat and hops, which is interesting considering what they're using. Some of these I've seen before and some of them I have not. But it's got a really light aroma on the nose. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. Interesting. It drinks like a American mass-made light brew, a light lager, but it's a wheat German style lager. It's got 10 on the IBU, which is, I think that's undercutting it. I think that IBU should be a little bit higher. Somewhere around 20. 10 is like next to nothing. 20, you got something. And that's why I get here. I think it should be more of a 20. Light, refreshing, crisp. I have to agree. I think it's checking all those boxes relatively easy. Very light on the nose. The palate, very nice, very mellow, very light, crisp, clean. I would definitely prefer to drink this over most standard American lagers. Like Busch, Michelob, things like that. Very interesting. It's a Texas beer. I'd like to know if you've ever seen the 512s. They make all sorts of good stuff. I think one of my favorite from them is going to be that pecan porter. Very nice. Kind of heavy-handed with the carbs though, so watch it. Once in a while treat. It's very nice. I'd say I probably like more than not when it comes to the 512. So the finish. The finish is relatively easy and light. It does have a little bit of a lingering aftertaste, but it's a good one. As everything starts to dissipate, you start to sense a little bit of dryness on the tongue. Could be just my tongue, but I think the palate in total is starting to get a little bit dryness from that. Like I said, not too bad. I think if we bumped up those numbers a little bit, I think it would be a much better brew. But I guess this could very much so replace all my light brews. I get it, light brews usually at least half that in carbs, right? But it is what it is. I like it. Excuse me. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel as of yet, go ahead and do so while you're there. Excuse me. Well, all the content I get released comes to you as soon as I release it. My fair price for this, I'll leave it alone. Part of me wants to say it's quite underpriced, but I think it's very nice. I think I'd definitely hold it above most all other standard American brews here. 4.8. That's a little bit more than a lot of you get from them. Would I buy this again? I'd have no qualms whatsoever purchasing it again. Like I said, they have variety packs. 512. They have two different. I'm unplugging her. They have two different variety packs, and I do believe this one is in both of them. So having a few extra of these sitting around wouldn't be a bad thing. Anyway, there it is. In the comment section, I'd like to know where you're at. What are you currently drinking? Have you heard of 512 breweries? It's a Texas beer. I don't think it gets too far out of Texas, but hey, you never know. Let me know in the comment section. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one.